Luis Navas, born on March 13, 1982, in Santiago de Cuba, was introduced to the world of baseball at an early age. Growing up in a city with a rich baseball history, Navas was surrounded by the sport and inspired by its passionate fan base. His father, a former semi-professional player, played a crucial role in shaping Navas's love for the game. From a young age, Navas displayed a natural aptitude for baseball, and it didn't take long for his talent to catch the attention of coaches and scouts. As a boy, Navas was an enthusiastic participant in local youth leagues, where his arm strength and precision stood out. He soon enrolled in one of Cuba's most prestigious sports academies, where the country's top young players were trained to become professional athletes. Navas's dedication and relentless work ethic ensured that he quickly rose through the ranks, earning a spot on the Cuban national baseball team in his teenage years. Navas's early exposure to the game helped him develop a deep understanding of baseball's technical aspects, allowing him to hone his skills in a variety of positions. However, his primary role was as a pitcher, where he began to showcase his raw talent and immense potential. Cuban National Series. A promising start. Luis Navas's professional career began in 2001, when he joined the Santiago de Cuba team in the Cuban National Series. At the time, Santiago de Cuba was one of the most competitive and well-regarded teams in the league, providing Navas with a prime opportunity to showcase his skills on the national stage. In his debut season, Navas quickly proved his worth. His strong arm, ability to generate velocity, and control of off-speed pitches earned him a regular spot in the starting rotation. He demonstrated poise on the mound and an impressive ability to keep opposing batters off balance, making an immediate impact in the highly competitive environment of the Cuban National Series. During his early years with Santiago de Cuba, Navas was part of a rotation that featured several of the country's most talented pitchers. This allowed him to learn from the veterans on his team, while simultaneously challenging himself to keep up with the established stars. His maturity and consistency in his early seasons provided a foundation for what would become a long and successful career. Career peak. Dominating the Cuban National Series. Navas's career truly hit its peak during the 2007-2012 seasons, when he became one of the most dominant pitchers in the Cuban National Series. His combination of speed, command, and tactical pitching made him a difficult opponent for hitters across the league. By this time, Navas had become a reliable ace for Santiago de Cuba, and his performances were instrumental in his team's successes during this period. One of the most notable aspects of Navas's game during his peak years was his incredible fastball. With an ability to reach speeds over 90 miles per hour, Navas was able to overpower many of the league's best hitters. However, it was not just his velocity that set him apart. He was also adept at mixing pitches, using a devastating curveball and slider that kept hitters guessing. This versatility made him one of the most feared pitchers in Cuban baseball. During these years, Navas was frequently selected for the Cuban national team, representing Cuba in various international competitions. His performances on the world stage were equally impressive, further enhancing his reputation as one of the top pitchers in Cuban baseball. His ability to step up in high-pressure situations, combined with his consistent dominance in the national series, cemented his place as one of Cuba's premier pitchers. In 2009, Navas's career reached new heights when he helped Santiago de Cuba reach the Cuban National Series final, a testament to his skill and leadership. Though the team did not win the championship that year, Navas's performance throughout the season was a highlight, as he established himself as one of the league's top pitchers. The following year, he would continue his excellence, and by 2011, he was considered one of the most influential players in the league. Main achievements. Luis Navas's career in the Cuban National Series is marked by several significant achievements that reflect his immense talent and contributions to Cuban baseball. Cuban National Series Championships, 2012. Navas's crowning achievement came when Santiago de Cuba claimed the Cuban National Series title in 2012. As one of the team's key players, Navas played an instrumental role in the championship run, delivering dominant performances throughout the season and postseason. Cuban National Team Selection, 2007-2013. Navas was consistently selected to represent Cuba in international competitions, including the World Baseball Classic, Pan American Games, and International Baseball Federation (IBAF) World Cup. His international success further solidified his status as one of the top pitchers in Cuban baseball. Pitching excellence. Over the course of his career, Navas maintained an ERA under 3.00 in multiple seasons, a remarkable achievement for a pitcher in the Cuban National Series. His consistency on the mound, combined with his ability to generate strikeouts, made him one of the most feared pitchers of his generation. All-Star selections. Navas was selected as an All-Star several times during his career, an honor that reflected his status as one of the league's top performers. His inclusion in the Cuban National Series All-Star Game underscored his dominance on the mound. Pitching awards. Over his career, Navas won multiple Best Pitcher awards in the Cuban National Series, a testament to his consistency and excellence. His ability to stay healthy and perform at an elite level for such an extended period made him one of the most successful pitchers of his era. High strikeout totals. Navas's ability to generate strikeouts was one of the hallmarks of his career. He finished his career with impressive strikeout totals, often leading the league in strikeouts and showcasing his overpowering stuff. Final years and transition to coaching. As Navas approached his 30s, he began to experience the physical toll that comes with being a pitcher in such a demanding league. Injuries to his elbow and shoulder forced him to miss several stretches of the season, and his velocity began to decline. Although he still possessed remarkable pitching intellect and control, his diminishing physical abilities led him to reassess his future in the game. Navas played his final season in the Cuban National Series in 2015, bringing to an end an illustrious career that spanned over a decade. Although he no longer had the velocity and dominance of his younger years, his leadership and experience on the mound were invaluable to his team. Even in his final seasons, Navas was known for his ability to outthink hitters and his exceptional command of the strike zone. After retiring from playing, Navas transitioned to a career in coaching. He returned to Santiago de Cuba, where he took on a role as a pitching coach for the younger generation of pitchers. Drawing from his extensive experience, Navas helped train and mentor the next crop of Cuban pitchers, sharing the insights and strategies that had made him one of the top pitchers in the Cuban National Series. Legacy and influence. Luis Navas's legacy in Cuban baseball is secure. He is remembered not only for his impressive statistics and achievements but also for his leadership, work ethic, and influence on the game. He is considered one of the top pitchers of his generation, having dominated the Cuban National Series for over a decade. Navas's contributions to Santiago de Cuba and the Cuban national team ensured that he will always be remembered as a key figure in Cuban baseball history. Beyond his on-field accomplishments, Navas's work as a coach has allowed him to leave a lasting impact on the future of Cuban baseball. His efforts to pass on his knowledge and passion for the game will continue to shape the development of young pitchers for years to come. Through his dedication to both the game and his community, Luis Navas has solidified his place as a true icon of Cuban baseball.